Welcome to the After the Show Movie Podcast, brought to you by your hosts, Ace Scully and Sid Top. We're addicted to movies. Are you? Hello, Sid Top. Happy Star Wars Day.
Is it?
Well, it is in our house.
It's not May 4th.
No.
Right. That's not before they have to show discussion. Before the discussion was discussing how I don't have the budget to buy us new floor pads, or what are they called? Floor mats under the chairs. And they're disintegrating. They're about 25 years old. That's how exciting it gets around here, everybody.
Yeah. And we also found that a collectible that I have in the home theater room, which you bought me.
Don't tell everybody.
You bought me for $19.99. we think back in 2006. It's an Alien 3D movie poster.
You're telling everybody so they can come raid our house. That's great.
So, well, it was worth, you probably paid $19.99 because that's what it said on the box.
Correct. Old-fashioned sticker right on the front.
And when I looked it up on eBay, it now costs between $100 and $300.
Like I said, inviting criminals. That's great.
Yeah, I mean, not inviting criminals, but now you say it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, if you didn't say it, criminals wouldn't have noticed.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
No.
You're thinking the wrong way.
Mm.
All right, it's Saturday, August the 1st. This is After the Show, your weekly movie review podcast, episode 954. This week, we're looking at the movie The Mandalorian and Grogu. Still a terrible title. 2026 release, out now on streaming, rated PG-13. It's 2 hours and 12 minutes, and it's from Lucasfilm and Disney. Sid Talk, give us a synopsis of the movie The Mandalorian and Grogu.
That's it. There's no synopsis for Star Wars movies. It is.
I'll give you the one.
There's some Empire, there's some Rebels, there's a Grogu, there's a Mandalorian. That's it. The end.
Says on the box, once a lone bounty hunter, Mandalorian Din Djarin and his apprentice Grogu embark on a new Star Wars adventure.
Da-da-da.
Even they couldn't come up with one.
Correct.
All right. We've watched all the seasons of the Mandalorian TV show. And the Mandalorian is back in this new movie. Sita, what did you think?
I think it was like 4 episodes of that show just stuck together.
Or 2, because they're an hour each.
No, there were like 4 different little stories where they had danger and get saved and get danger and get saved and get danger and get saved. That to me is an episode. That's all this whole show is about, which is fine. I love it. I love
you
the
like
premise.
you like the show, so
I do. So they go, something puts them in grave danger, either Grogu or the Mando, and then something surprisingly comes along to save them or whoever, and then they go on to the next thing and they deal with criminals and jerks mostly. And that's it. That's the whole premise of the show. And this to me is just another episode of the show, but like we kind of marathoned a few of them in a row.
That's what it feels like to me also.
Aye.
Bigger budget, possibly. Like some of the effects are really spectacular. Especially the opening sequence with the AT-AT walkers and that big.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there are big action sequences, but there are also big action sequences in the show where we looked at them and said, this is just like a movie. Yeah. So there isn't really a line between, if this was split up into pieces, like you said, and they said it was Mandalorian season 4, you wouldn't question it, would you?
No.
It's just the same thing.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it though, because I like Star Wars.
You do? I mean, it's good. It's fun. There's nothing like...
It's family friendly, I think.
There's nothing offensive or, I don't know. It's just pretty...
One thing...
Flat. To be fair.
I feel it's really fun and action-packed and exciting. But the issue I have with it, I have to have an issue with it, is it doesn't do anything with the Star Wars storyline at all. It doesn't forward anything. It doesn't even forward Mando and Grogu's relationship or anything. It doesn't really do anything.
True.
And I was expecting something, or maybe something at the end, which would lead us into a new season of The Mandalorian. I don't even know if they're doing one, but you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. There's nothing. There's not even a, what do you call it? Like a mid-sequence credit thing where they reveal something. There's nothing. It's just, here's a couple of is it 2 or 3 adventures?
I guess what we have accomplished in this one big overriding story is that Jabba the Hutt has a son. The Hutts are still jerks in the galaxy.
Yeah.
But we are, spoiler alert, dealing with it. So that could be the one thing that you can apply now if you go out into other future Star Wars stories.
There is this Hutt.
Right. That the good Hutt is now in charge, and the Hutts are no longer a threat or like the creepy fuckers that they've always been, that they've turned around. Because that was a big deal. That's a big deal in the old galaxy. So.
And this, it mostly deals with this character. What was it? I forget his name. Rotter the Hutt.
Yeah.
So most of the story.
Like that was the objective overall.
Yeah.
Was to make the Hutts, because somebody somewhere, maybe Favreau, said, look, I always liked Jabba the Hutt, but he's a jerk. We need to do something
to endear you to them in some way. Yeah. We need to make one of the Hutts just like Grogu. You love him.
Yes.
Yeah. I guess they succeeded with that.
Yeah, I didn't mind him. I mean, it seemed a bit hokey at first, and then I just had to lean into it.
It's definitely very hokey.
Very hokey.
It leans... I'm a 57-year-old man.
And, are you 57?
Yes. And I was watching this going, it's really leaning into the children. It's like very childlike.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saccharine, as some people would say.
Yeah. I mean... Even some people might not be able to get past like the sequences with the little guys and it's all puppets and if I was like, oh yeah, this feels very Ewok-y.
Yeah, I had to lean into it, or all the.
I mean, they were doing it on purpose. They used puppets for all these little characters instead of CG.
Because the other little characters we're not telling you are the repair people from were they in a movie?
They're in The Mandalorian.
But I'm saying, were they in any movie?
I don't think so.
Right. So they are like the genius mechanics, and they're very small. They're like smaller than Grogu.
Cute,
they
again.
are stop frame animation, which, of course, we're old, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
I'm older than you. And so stop frame animation for us has a big part of our childhood and early years of watching animated things, either for good or better or worse. So, but the look of it doesn't always appeal to me, because in the olden days, if we would like to call it that, back in the 1900s, if we were watching something with stop frame animation, the front of your mind is absorbing it like, oh, funny, Jason and the Argonauts or whatever. But in the back of your mind, there's this standard of quality where like, wow, I wish that looked better. I wish it didn't look stuttery and weird, not because of something like if you're watching Coraline or what's the one, Nightmare Before Christmas. Those are all animated. There are no real people in there to see the movement of the character up against a real person.
Right.
So I think that we sort of over romanticize the idea of the stop frame animation. And then when I watch it, I'm like, as long as it's isolated, I'm okay with it. But then when you start having one character right next to a human character moving, then I'm like, oh, my eyes need to blur. I need to blur.
It's not just done with the puppets either. Some of the space stuff, not space stuff, the AT-ATs were also stop frame. And you can tell when it's happening. And then you're like, okay, cool. I was thinking, oh, well, they're just faking stop motion animation with CG, just for look, people who are our age will go, look, it's like original Star Wars. It's stop motion. But they didn't fake it. They actually did it with this guy, Phil Tippett.
What I'm saying is it doesn't make it better.
No, what I'm saying is the guy who did it has done some amazing stop motion animation movies. In fact, there's one on Shudder TV, that really gross stop frame animation movie. Do you know which one I mean?
No.
Like where it's in this weird world and it's all kind of machines and everything. Yeah. It's the guy who did that, and that thing took him like 20 years to make, apparently.
And see, the thing about that is, and yes, I have seen parts of that, is that the entire world is it. And that makes it, you're immersed in it. I'm totally cool with that. I think that just because that's cool doesn't make it always applicable.
No, also
A standard of like when you're watching it, it feels like, why does this look weird all of a sudden?
and sometimes you think like, okay, I get what you're doing, but isn't that lost on most of the audience for this? Because most of your audience are younger people.
And then the question is, why does that look weird compared to that other thing? Because the guy, Jeb, he's going to be CGI, right? He's
right. He's totally CG. Yeah.
Right. So then they almost make him, it's like someone said, we have to make him look a little bit less sophisticated because we've all seen Avatar.
Yeah.
Right? We don't need a character that kind of sort of looks...
He's jerky.
Yeah, a little bit jerky. Yeah. And it's occasional. It's not always. And his mouth doesn't always match the words. So I had a hard time. I leaned into it all or leaned back from it all, whatever you want to say, and just said, whatever, I'm going with it. But it still stuck out in my mind, some of those things.
Yeah.
It did not diminish my pleasure.
But it's almost like, I bet that stuff cost a lot of money. And it's almost like you didn't really need to do that. Because I'm not somebody who's going, oh, if they don't do stop motion animation, I ain't watching Star Wars anymore. You know those people.
What's that voice?
It's like some kind of angry internet person, you know?
Don't forget the tippity type sound.
Yeah. They're making Star Wars and it's all CG. It's rubbish now. George Lucas would be rolling in his grave. It's not dead yet.
He sold us out.
Yeah.
I don't know where that voice comes from, but it's hilarious.
I enjoyed the adventure, but I also enjoyed The Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
The Mandalorian TV series gave me more of a story, though. It was almost like it's such a bare framework of a story, this movie.
Yeah, but again, just think of it as an episode, and it would totally fit as a 3-part series of The Mandalorian. Where individually, you're encountering the Hutts because they're jerks, and then the big worm guy underneath in the pit that used to be what's it called? You called it what it was.
The Rancor pit.
The Rancor. It used to be the Rancor. Now it's a big giant worm snake thing. Then you got the other snake things. Then you find a big ship that's been crashed, and you got to bring it back to life. So everybody, you could contain it. That's all it feels like to me. So I feel like it's right because if we had all of the series. And then we just plugged it in and you're watching all along and then you just watch this along with it. It's fine. It makes total sense.
Yeah, it does. I'm thinking, would I have preferred another season of the show as to just a couple of hours of an adventure?
Yes. My answer is yes.
I would, because they can expand more in the show, you know?
And not just that, but I mean, I feel like when you're under that type of bit of a constriction, writers, directors, everybody, it just it gets squeezed out just a little bit different.
Yeah.
I know it's good. It's fine.
Yeah, but I still find it unfortunate that they looked at the show and went, what a great success this show is. Let's move it to the theaters now.
Yeah.
And let's not do the show. And I'm like, when that decision was made, I was like, well, that seems...
Boo.
It just seems like you want a load of money. I mean,
I don't think that's incorrect.
Like you get more money over there in the theaters than you do from Disney Plus, so you want to go that way.
Oh, are you going to be the angry person on the internet now?
Yeah.
You just want to make money.
But that's how it feels a little bit.
It does. I don't disagree with you.
Let's get on to the cast. Pedro Pascal plays the Mandalorian. Also, some other fellas play him.
Yeah, which is very interesting.
He has stuntmen.
I want to know the percentage. I want to know the percentage of time that Pedro is on set. And I know he works hard. I'm not discounting that. But if we have 3 people playing the same person, and we're kind of saying these are his stunt people.
Yes.
And also, but then also...
They could also be in a normal scene.
Yeah.
Because he can do voiceover.
Yep. And so I'm wondering, and then in proportion to their salary and his salary, you know what I'm saying? Because... No offense, Pedro, but the Mandalorian is what attracts me.
Right.
Not Joel.
If you want to see...
to me, he's Joel. I can't help it.
If you want to see Pedro's smiling face, you're going to see it. And I did look how long. It was about 5% of the movie. If that. So you don't really see Pedro Pascal.
No. I mean, it doesn't matter, but knowing that other people are performing that character, and It just makes it a little bit. We all know there are stunt people. We call them friend of. So we have Bond friend when you can tell it's a stunt person.
Yeah.
So I'm not opposed to that. Obviously,
I mean, there are a lot of stunts in this movie.
Yes, and people are trained to do it. All cool. All cool. However, I just find that an interesting part of it.
Sigourney Weaver plays Colonel Ward, and this is her debut in the Star Wars. What do you think?
I feel like I like her, of course, but I don't know. Other than she's a rebel, she's the leader of the rebels. I'm assuming now she took over for Princess Leia.
Yes,
I'm guessing. And the other lady who was in it, who died, who was like in charge of kind of rebel-y stuff.
That would have been Laura Dern, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think so. As far as the role itself, it's the person that he talks to, and she gives him his assignment. Again, feels like an episode of like The Incredible Hulk.
It really does, yeah.
Or he goes back, or
here's your mission, $6
million man, or he goes back to the main guy and he tells him what to do. And I love Sigourney Weaver, of course. I've been in love with Sigourney since she was Ripley. She's still Ripley to me. And when she was flying one of the little ships, I don't know what you call it, X-wing fighter jet thingy, I was like, oh, Ripley's flying a spaceship again.
Yeah,
so
I know.
She's fine. She's fine. She's who she is.
She's doing well. She's in Avatar. She's in Alien. She's in Star Wars.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know that it was necessary but that's not for me to decide.
Who else we got? We got Grogu, played by Grogu. Grogu's cute.
The classic.
He's cute. They commit to making him just look kind of goofy when he walks around and stuff. He's just a puppet walking around.
Mm-hmm.
They made him do like quite a lot of stuff, like peeling a thing and climbing up a drain pipe, and so. But they never like break him by going, let's CG him for this. It always seems to be the puppet doing something, which, like the stop motion animation, you think, is that worth committing to? But I think it is with him, because we've been introduced. He was never a CG creation, was he? He was always
so I would say yeah.
We've got Jeremy Allen White as Rota the Hutt. He's the son of Jabba the Hutt.
I mean, it's fine. It's a bit extra sappy, like you said.
He's trying to tug at your strings.
The story of the Rota the Hutt is he's the son, but he's resentful that everyone hated his father, and his father was terrible, so he wants to be better. And that's fine.
He wants to be nothing like him.
That's very new agey, which is fine. Dig it. However, it just kind of here was always one of my arguments, and I'm sure I'm not the first one to come up with it. When Jabba the Hutt, whenever I first watched Star Wars ever, I've always thought, why is that guy a threat? He can barely fucking move. He's a big slug. Why is everyone afraid of him? Like, you could literally walk up and, spoiler alert, choke him with a chain. I mean,
well, he was
just saying.
He was supposed to have been based on Marlon Brando in The Godfather.
Right, but what I'm saying is, as a character,
why are people scared of him?
As a giant slug. Well, he had already shown that he was a threat. I mean, Marlon Brando, as a character, as a man in the movie, could walk around and shoot and kill and intimidate people. Jabba the Hutt couldn't do anything. He just sat there, and everyone was afraid of him. Why? So now we have a character who is a giant slug, who is a Hutt, and is moving around. He's quite muscular. He can actually fight and, function.
It doesn't seem to slow him down, does it?
Right. And so that has helped me a lot with the Hutt situation.
Right. Yeah. You don't have to be the lazy lying in the little throne room Hutt. You can be like a muscular Hutt who's running around.
Right. It looked weird. Don't get me wrong. I'm not defending it. I'm just saying it helped me.
You just have to there's a whole dilemma. There's like a gladiator arena fight in this movie with CG creations and Mando, and you just kind of have to go, okay, whatever.
Exactly. I'm on board, sort of, kind of.
I like the design of some of the creatures though, like the real albino looking ones, like the one in the pit, in the Sarlacc pit. Not the Sarlacc pit. You know what I'm saying? I like the look of them. Whoever designed these,
translucent.
Yeah, it's cool though. It's really cool and actually kind of scary. if you were a small child, you might be scared of that thing, right? Watching Star Wars.
I think depends on the
I think
child.
I might have been.
I think you would have.
I'd have been behind the couch. But there again, they wouldn't let me, would they? Because you had to go to the theaters. I'd have been behind the theaters, going to the toilet. All right, and that's Jon Favreau is the director here. He's directed movies such as The Lion King live-action reboot, Chef, which was a good movie I really liked.
That was a fun one.
Cowboys and Aliens, which is not a great movie, and his masterpiece, Elf.
I think
say what you want about Elf, it is an absolute classic.
Masterpiece is a bit of a strong word, but
it's an absolute classic. I could watch it right now and laugh at it.
Oh, absolutely.
It's timeless as well. It's just really, really a good Christmas movie, you know? Also, don't just watch it at Christmas. Watch it whenever. It's fun. So, what do you think?
A Favreau shill?
Yes. What do you think of Johnny Fav's direction here?
He's fine. I feel like it's very functional. There's nothing. There's now the beginning, and I was gonna say I was saving this till now. Reminded me of Top Gun. You know how they tried to make it look like we're flying into the rebel base.
Yeah.
Here, and we've got the camera down low. We're seeing lots of things in the background that are kind of blurry because of depth perception. We see ships flying over and the heat rising up and and it has this kind of music. And I was like, this is very Top Gun-y.
Yeah.
Did you feel that?
Yeah. And
Other than that,
I don't think that's a coincidence. It probably is.
Functional. There's not a lot of,
It's got some very cool battle sequence, flying around in the ships.
Yeah.
I like it where it cuts to looking from the Mando's perspective out of the window. And you can see all the ships flying around. I think it looks cool. But I would also say that about the TV show. That also looked cool.
Absolutely.
But yeah, he seems to have a knack with the dogfighting. So yeah, that might be where you get Top Gun from as well.
Mm-hmm.
Dogfighting. Yeah. Oh, also Mando gets a new Razor Crest ship.
Yeah.
One of the big things in the show was he didn't have his ship anymore, right? Now he does. He has a new one.
Yeah, if you've never watched Mandalorian.
Yeah.
What impact do you think that has on this, your experience?
Well, they were saying that you don't have to watch any of the Mandalorian and this movie would be fine. I just read that.
Would. I mean, it stands alone, but you also don't have any
connection.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is better if you've watched all 3 seasons, I think.
If you want to understand, why he's so protective of Grogu.
Yeah, they've been through a lot.
Grogu has some powers that he can, and do stuff with.
He's cute.
Yes.
There's no way. Nobody's coming for him. When Grogu's in any danger or peril in any of these, it makes I'm like, somebody rescue Grogu. I hate this.
Yeah, and when the Hutts were commenting on your son and his face, I was like, no, don't talk about Grogu.
Yeah, exactly.
Bad move.
So let's see the people who didn't like this movie on IMDb.
There's got to be a few.
Let's have a look. What is this, by the way? What is this section?
IMDb. 1 star reviews. So you go to IMDb and you find the 1-star reviews. Those are people who tippity type either with their thumb or the keyboard. This is the dumbest movie I've ever seen. This has ruined Star Wars. Will be something specific to this. This is so woke, because they love to say everything's woke nowadays because they're idiots. Let's see. What have we got in store for this one?
Well, guess what? There's something really wrong with IMDb today. It won't work for me probably.
Oh, I was all right with it.
Yeah, it loads, but try and filter the user reviews by 1 star, and it just doesn't work.
Oh,
I've
been to make them up.
No, I'm going to have to I'll just give you the ones that I can see. This guy gives it a 5 out of 10, which is fairly low, right?
Okay, well, that's me. No, that's average.
He says 7 years after the last Star Wars movie hit the big screen, the best they can do is The Mandalorian and Grogu. This movie is really bad. You should go into it with very low expectations. Then maybe you would enjoy it. That's what he says.
That's a 5-star?
Yes.
That's not too bad. Does he know how things are rated?
Probably not.
because that doesn't sound right.
Second guy gives it also a 6. He says, the first half is great. The second half sucks. The Mandalorian and Grogu is a confusing mess. It's not confusing. It's very straightforward.
It's unbelievably straightforward.
It's like it almost, sometimes you're like, is there actually a story at all?
Here, let me tell you this story. He gets told to go rescue the nephew Hut for them to take back to the Huts. And they're going to give him some information to go find another dude who's going to give them information about the new regrowth of the Empire. That's it. That's the whole story. So he goes to get the Hut, finds out the Hut. There's different circumstances, but what he does is he delivers. He delivers the guy who's going to give him information about the new Empire, and he's going to help the Hut out and also destroy the Huts. I mean, it's like it's like a comic book.
Yeah.
Even I was following it, and I do get lost sometimes in the Star Wars.
You definitely didn't get lost here.
I did not.
Second guy says, I went to the cinema with very modest expectations. I watched this in IMAX. I wasn't looking for a story or deep characters, just an entertaining spectacle and a couple of hours of fun. I didn't even get that. The film was terrible. It felt like a random collection of scenes stitched together without any story. The plot was ridiculous. The dialogue was like it was for children. And the choreography is obscured by editing. That's it.
The editing is like a TV show. I mean, that's not a bad thing. I'm saying it's very functional.
And the last guy says, I think back to the glory of Star Wars franchise and see how it has been destroyed. Star Wars is about rebellion against an overbearing empire, and we as fans need to push back against the empire that is Disney.
I found a 1-star for you.
My advice is, don't go, and when it comes to Disney Plus, cancel your subscription. This guy's got like a political message. I got the 1 stars to load, so.
This one comment I love. Yeah. To be clear, I hated the TV series.
Right.
That's part of the review, so that's a great start. There's a few, yeah.
Last guy says, boring. For 2 hours, they burn money, turning The Mandalorian and Grogu into a stretched out filler episode. What once worked as a tight, fun series now drags like a side quest in the cinema, wearing a Star Wars logo and nothing else.
It's not a side quest, it's an episode. Have you not been paying attention? I'm going to review your reviews from now on. That gets a half a star from me.
Well.
As a 1-star review, it gets a half a star.
So those are the people who didn't like it. So let's give this is the actual title. Star Wars, The Mandalorian, and Grogu. You have to say and Grogu in a upper, like a cheery fashion.
I figured that's what you're doing.
All right, so I'm going to give Star Wars, The Mandalorian, and Grogu a 6 out of 10. And I'm a Star Wars fan.
All right.
The only thing that really got me excited during this movie was the music. The music is amazing. I would get this soundtrack album. Not only does it use the Mandalorian theme, it redoes the Mandalorian theme in a bunch of different styles, including like a synth wave. You know, when they're flying into that city.
Mm-hmm. I liked it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool the way they did the music, and the music it swells up at just the right times. Because I really like the Mandalorian theme.
You're an emotional guy.
I think the theme to the Mandalorian is the best thing about the whole thing. Maybe Grogu as well.
About the whole show?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the music is so, it's perfect for what it is trying to be.
Listen to you.
Because the Mandalorian show and this movie are trying to be like an old serial, like a Wild West serial, but in space, right? And that music fits it perfect. So, yeah, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10.
See, I'm going higher. I'm going 7.5 because I had a really good time. My ratings don't always go with the rational way of scoring. I just really enjoyed it. So why not? Why not?
I also enjoyed it. 6 out of 10 is an enjoy.
6 out of 10 is just barely over average.
I feel like I've seen better episodes of the show than this whole movie.
So you're comparing it to other episodes?
Yes.
I don't. So
yes.
I don't think that's reasonable.
I know you don't, but I do. Thank you.
I don't.
All right, so thank you to Disney and Lucasfilm. Next week, we're looking at one of my favorites, a new Evil Dead movie called Evil Dead Burn.
Oh my.
So
I'm getting into the Halloween spirit already.
Well, Evil Dead.
August.
Evil Dead's definitely going to get you into it.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's August. I shouldn't be getting there, but whatever. I'll watch Stream TV every night.
Whatevs.
Whatevs.
I'm going to watch Elf.
Elf is not Halloween.
I just mean I'm going further ahead than you.
Oh.
All right.
Skip it.
Evil Dead Burn next week. Movie recommendations. I'm going to give you the Mandalorian TV series.
Of course. 3
seasons. There's a lot of story in those seasons, including appearances by characters you know and love from Star Wars. And secondly, Star Wars: Rebels. It's a animated show that it might be one of my favorite Star Wars things. I don't normally watch animated shows.
It is really good.
But we watched the whole thing. It was like 50 episodes, I think. And those characters are so well done, aren't they? On the
one of them's in this show.
And one of them is.
I mean, this movie.
And, you know, it'll be completely lost on you if you've never seen Rebels.
Yeah, that Jeb was like a big deal.
Yeah. Even why he was there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Because in the TV show, when we did meet the live action version of him, he was in it a little bit. And then Mando went on his merry way and then we didn't see him again. But now all of a sudden he's like Mando's, wingman?
Seems like it, yeah.
Yeah.
That didn't make total sense, but I just went with it.
Yeah, so did I. I was like, so what happened in between the show and this? Why are we all buddies now? What's going on? All right, so Mandalorian and Rebels.
And my recommendations are me just going back through all the movies I've ever seen that are in the adventure category. And what I've got, I'm in the J's. So this isn't a time thing. It's not associated with this movie at all, even though one of them does happen to be. A couple of them, actually. James and the Giant Peach, which I believe is stop frame animation. Or maybe not.
No.
I can't remember, but it's really good. It's a really fun, sweet story as well.
There's versions, isn't there? There's even a Tim Burton version of it.
That's the one I've only ever seen.
Then there's one from the 60s.
Oh, I know. I've only ever seen the one.
Mm-hmm.
Jason and the Argonauts, which of course is stop frame animation with the skeleton people.
Yeah.
We have Jaws, completely out of character for any of these other things, but it is an adventure.
Yeah, but it's not. It might be stop frame animation.
No, he used the animatronic shark.
He just dragged like a shack around, right? Like a rubber shack.
It was mechanical.
Right.
Yeah. Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah.
It's just in the J's, and it's an adventure. Come on. Jay and Silent Bob. If you don't know who that is, that's Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes.
And there's an animated version in the Clerks cartoon.
Yes. And it's from like the Clerks universe, Kevin Smith's mind, if you don't know who that is. And one that I don't remember loving, but it had such potential was Jupiter Ascending.
Wachowskis.
It really did, didn't it? It had...
Yeah, it wasn't good though, was it?
I don't know if it wasn't good, but it wasn't anything.
It had Mila Kunis and...
It was like it had nothing.
Magic Mike. Was it Magic Mike?
Feels like it. You mean Tatum?
Tatum, that guy, yeah.
I think so.
It was... No, I think it was actually pretty poor.
I don't remember being bad. I just remember being like, oh.
I think they kind of sold it off from the creators of The Matrix, and everybody was excited, including us, and then we were like, what's this? It's not quite. You know, there was that other one too, wasn't there, with Tom Hanks?
Yes.
That they did.
Where they made up the weird language.
Which also wasn't.
Which is coming to pass.
Yeah.
Because people talk like weirdos now.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm showing my age.
That one didn't quite work either, did it?
No.
They went from being the biggest thing ever to where are they now? Where are the Wachowskis now? They don't make anything?
They just living their lives.
Yeah, but they don't make films anymore. Right?
Let them live their lives.
Let them make films.
They don't need to make films forever.
All right, Ace Scully stuff. I just wanted to talk about some TV shows we're watching.
Okay.
Number 1, Android.
Yes.
Like Android.
Yes.
It's Android.
We all get it.
Okay, it's a BBC comedy. What do you think? We've only seen a couple of episodes.
It's really sweet. It's sweet so far.
It's very funny.
It's an older lady who can't quite live on her own. Her son's an idiot. And
yes,
he does get her a cheap like second, third, fourth hand old version of an android. So we're living in a world where droids are a thing to help humans, and they look like humans, and they walk and talk, and they look a little bit like a rubber doll, a little bit.
Yeah, it's
At least she does, because she's older.
It's the year 2029.
Oh, okay.
It says it in the synopsis, or the when I was saying last night when
It's
was
only
it?
like 2.5 years away.
Yeah, really.
Wow. Okay.
And it's a UK comedy drama type. It's really very funny. And the lady who plays Android / Linda is Diane Morgan. If you don't know who Diane Morgan is, look her up. She's very funny.
I don't, but I do now.
Yeah. So yeah, we watched that, and we're also watching the Apple TV original show classic Silo.
Hi.
It's been on for a few years, but since we've had a really good time watching Apple TV shows recently, I was like, what other shows do they make that are really big and good? And this is a big, would you call it a sci-fi show?
Absolutely.
Yeah. People are in a silo under the ground. It's a mystery, right? That is unfolding slowly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Why does the silo exist? I mean, it's not a new story, to be honest. It's
based on a series of books.
Yeah. It's a very old tale of like humanity is now contained in some way.
Yes.
Either on a ship. We have that story. And I've said before, I listen to old radio shows. And there are stories as far back as the 30s and 40s of people living in spaceships, and it's exactly the same as the silo. They've been raised for hundreds of generations there in the ship, not knowing that there is anything outside of the ship. And it's
that story
against the law. You're not supposed to talk about it. You can get sent to the depths of the ship if you talk about anything beyond the ship.
Yeah.
And of course, it's about exploring like the person who's like, yeah, but.
Yes.
Like the ship, I can't remember what the hook of that one is, but I mean, they needed to know that the ship was dying or something. I can't remember, but it's not a news story, but
it's quite well done.
Yeah. The story of like oppression, or is it oppression, is interesting. Always interesting.
I really like the silo itself, the design and it looks like they built a lot of it.
Yeah, it's
like,
very cool.
Sometimes when they walk down a corridor, I'm like, are they just walking down the same corridor and coming back? But it seems different. Like they built a lot of corridors. I think they've filled the giant soundstage with as much of it as they can. You know what I'm saying? Because it looks really cool. There is some CG to make it look bigger, I guess. But so yeah, that's what we've been watching. Android is a BBC show, and Silo is an Apple show. TikTok, what's for dinner?
We're going to be having pizza and corn.
Yes.
In the new oven.
And what is your advice? And let's get out of it.
My advice is advice that's not advice, really. It's just sort of like, again, observational, or like the depths of what I think about. Scary, I know. But the sum of everything that you've been told how to be, like the big picture of how you're supposed to be by whoever, wherever in the world you are, by whatever group you've been raised by and molded by, brainwashed by, let's be honest. The sum of what they've told you to be is not who you are. It is like, it's like a giant, what's the word? Like a blanket of sorts, but like a suffocating blanket, like that you put on a fire, right? To suffocate the fire. It's wrapped around you, and then that they're satisfied. Okay. We've made this person into exactly what we want. That's who they are. But inside of that is your actual life. And every minute that you've lived that you can remember, everything that you can remember throughout your life, if you start digging up details of moments and people and places and everything from like the funny time you were sitting alone at the dining room table and you spilled your coffee all over yourself and you cleaned it up real quick because you were embarrassed and you didn't want anybody to know, like all those moments, and that built that, like in those video games you play where the decisions you make kind of add to your character. Every one of those moments that are not being controlled by someone else, that is who you are. Because the sum of those choices, you're not being controlled by something or someone. It's just sort of like your instincts, your combination of all the things you really are. that, you know, you get to a certain age and you're kind of hijacked by people around you, ideas around you. If you wallow too deep in the internet, you're going to have that group, whoever. There are many, many. But that's not who you are. Sometimes, and we were talking about people who are very poor at making decisions. And I don't mean they make poor decisions. I mean, they won't make decisions, right? They're indecisive. Those people are sadly the most controllable because it's like they're afraid because whatever the big design was, it's trying to contain them, you know. Without that, they feel like they're nothing, but they're not. And I just feel really sad about that sometimes, that people are so devoted to one big idea, whatever it is. So don't get your little feelings hurt if you think I'm picking on ya. Whatever it is, that they forget, like, they're just a person and all the people around them are just people. There are bad people. I'm not protecting horrible people. I'm saying the big idea, it's the thing that erases you. There you go. That's it.
That's very good. Very succinct. To the point.
It was not succinct, but I'll take it.
All right. You can catch us on X, Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads, TikTok. You can also catch this podcast on ascully.com, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, YouTube, anywhere that podcasts are available. You can email feedback to me, ascully@ascully.com. Don't email Sid Talk. She doesn't want emails. Why would she? And finally, stay classy, The Mandalorian and Grogu.
And I'm going to say, think for yourself, because if you're not doing it, someone is doing it for you.